This is our 15-inch touchscreen unit. However, I am using a mouse to make it easier to follow along. This large AP that you see in the center here, this will be replaced with your logo. There are essentially 4 ways that you can attach an item to an invoice. First way being those UPC barcode scans. Second way is if you know the item number, you can type that in, hit the check mark there. It's going to attach that item to the invoice. Third way being the cluster of buttons on the top right. Bottom middle is item search. Let's put a couple letters in here, press search. That's going to allow you to search for all your inventory 2 different ways. You'll have a main description as well as an alternative description. So many to the point that you're scrolling through. Once you locate the item that you want to add to the invoice, simply highlight it, press select, and that'll be on the invoice as well. And then the fourth way is going to be the buttons that you see on the screen. This top row here, all of these colored buttons, are your pages and or categories. So you can scroll through those to see the different items. And then the white buttons beneath are the buttons associated to the page that you're on. So currently on my main page, I have created some fastkeys. I've also created a couple discount buttons, friends and family, military discount. You'll see as I'm going through the pages though, the items available will change. On my fruits page here, just to show you, you can, oops, I do that every time. You can have as many items as you like to the point that you're scrolling through. However, to make it more efficient for you to find what you're looking for, what I've done on my drinks page here is created pages within pages, which will allow me to filter down to find what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Only just show those beverages associated. So I'll go ahead and attach those to the invoice here. Once you do have your items on the invoice, you do have the capability of editing on the line item. So if you need to change the quantity in the moment, go ahead and select that. I do currently have it set at 3 decimal points, but we can do these as whole numbers if you prefer. You
Okay.
can also edit the description, change the price in the moment, or even make something non-taxable. Okay. Any questions on adding an item to an invoice?
No, but there's also like the scan feature, right, where you can scan a barcode.
Exactly. So basically, you don't have to do anything to do it. You just take the barcode scan and scan it. So
Okay.
that's the reason it says scan here, because there's nothing else
Yeah.
entered yet, or you're not touching anything. But absolutely, you have that, and we'll assist with setting up all those barcodes with you to make sure that they're in the system and available for that scanning feature.
Okay.
Once you do have your items on the invoice, if for any reason you need to save an order, say perhaps your customer in line left their wallet in the car, as opposed to canceling it out and then starting over, save order on the bottom left-hand corner will allow you to name that order, clear that order out of the way, which will allow you to continue to be efficient, work the next customer in line. Once that customer comes back with their wallet and you do not have an active order app, save order becomes load order. That's going to bring up all of your saved orders in the system. And then by selecting that, it'll bring you right back to where you left off. I'm going to show you the customer feature next. This is my thought for what you could do for those businesses that you sell to, the restaurants that you bill out at a later date. Just simply select customer on the bottom right. You'll be able to add a new one in the moment at the POS. Those restaurants that you already do business with that have open invoices will import them in from your accounting software. So I'll select add new. Page 1, any personal information that you need to enter here. Page 2 is where you'll be able to enter that restaurant name, company name. If you want to set a credit limit, just for an alert or so they don't exceed a certain amount, you'll be able to reference what their open balance is. If you want them to receive a specific discount every time, make them non-taxable. And then page 3 allows for open text, any additional notes you may need for that customer.
Okay.
I'm going to go back over to customer here. This time I'm going to search one of my current customers, John Doe. Throw a couple letters in there. Just to point, there are 4 ways to search: customer, company, name, and phone number. But before I attach John Doe to this invoice, he is there to purchase a beer that he had last summer, doesn't remember it. With this being a customer in my system, I'm going to go to his history here. Every transaction that's gone through AccuPOS that the customer was attached to the invoice, you will be able to reference in the point of sale. So I'm just going to be able to toggle through all his past invoices here. I'm going to show you exactly what they purchased. You also can reprint any receipt in the moment as well.
Okay. Cool.
Let me follow those same steps again as far as searching for my customer, John Doe. However, this time I'm going to select him to attach him to the invoice. And you'll know that the customer or restaurant, whichever it is attached to that invoice because their name will reference right here, show right here for you.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions over customer?
No. Sounds good. Easy.
Okay. Awesome. So from there, it's going to take me to payment options. This blue bar that you see here on the top right, that's your take cash bar. So you can select anywhere on that blue bar. It's going to bring up your quick selects on the left. Type whatever you need to in the center. You can do split pay if you need to. Say they're just paying 20 in cash today. Take that payment here. It's not going to reflect on the invoice line item that you received $20. However, the receipt itself will show the different tenders that you've collected, but you'll notice that the dollar amount due now has reduced by $20. For credit card processing, merchant services, we integrate with WorldPay by FIS. All you need to do is select this EMV card button. It's going to send the dollar amount of the transaction over to their standalone device, and all you would need to do from there is tap, swipe, or chip.
Okay. I believe that's what we use now currently is the WorldPay.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You do have other payment options. So with that being said, that you have WorldPay already, we're going to remove these tenders because you're not going to need them. It's going to be integrated and happen automatically for you. Do you accept EBT?
No.
Okay, we'll remove that as well. Pay on account and customer account are only highlighted for you to use if a customer is attached to the invoice. So for those restaurants, when they come in, pick up their beer, you're closing it to account. That's where you close it to account here. And if they come in and pay on account at the point of sale, great. They can do that here, or they can bill them at a later date externally from the POS. Do you accept checks?
Our one location does, our second location does not.
Okay, I'm just going to show you the feature here then. So it's showing me the remaining balance of this invoice. Again, we'll do a partial payment. With check, we do have this feature available that you can collect additional information, check number, bank number, branch number, account number. However, it's not required. So if you don't need to, you can certainly bypass it by clicking that check mark. But you'll see now again that the dollar amount due has reduced. Okay, so from there, I'll just go ahead and close the rest of this out to American Express. Being that I do have a customer attached that has an email address on their profile, it's going to auto-populate. If you need to manipulate it in the moment or enter a new one, certainly can. But with that, you'll be able to print, email and print, just email or do no receipt at all.
Okay.
Okay. And that emailed receipt that goes out to the customer is going to be an 8.5 by 11 format, like an actual invoice. But the printed receipt in the store is going to be that standard rolled thermal receipt. Okay. Other than that, the 3 tabs that you see here on the left, your shift on the right, this is where you can reprint receipts, reopen orders. You'll primarily use it for the reporting here. X out if you just want to see where the sales are at or check your cash. And then your Z out shift reset is your end of the day report. That's going to close out all your totals and finalize your day.
Okay.
Do you need employee timekeeping software?
We currently don't use it, but might not be opposed to using it.
Okay. Yeah, the clock in, clock out feature here takes you directly to AccuShift, allowing your employees to clock in and clock out. You will be able to manipulate those reports from the back office management. I'll show you when we go back there as well. You can edit pay periods, change pay types, change pay rates, so on and so forth, edit breaks. But the employees can clock in from there, and they can clock in directly from the point of sale as well. But once they are clocked in, they're going to have their own login numbers to log into the point of sale to start recording sales. And then each employee, based on their login, will include what permissions they can and cannot do.
Right.
So that is the point of sale. If there's no additional questions on this side, I'll go to the back office. I know that you had asked about price breaks. If you go down from like a case to a 12-pack to a 6-pack to a single bottle, I'll show you how we set that up in the back office.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'm going to jump over then to one of my Chrome browsers here. Back office management is accessed from a browser on any device anywhere in the world. So you can check sales from home, on vacation. It's unlimited users. You can set permissions. The dashboard here is the landing page. It's currently showing sales revenue at 554. I'm going to go ahead and refresh that. Okay, so I have refreshed it. You'll see that our sales revenue has increased based on those transactions that we just did together. You're going to be able to filter this down by which register. Now I see that you have 2 locations. Is it 2 stations per location, or how does that work?
So we have 2 locations, 2 stations at one at another. But our second location, we're moving to a larger facility, so we'll be adding a second terminal at that location.
Okay. So each location is going to have its own static IP address for a login.
Okay.
So me logged in right now is going to be location 1. If I wanted to reference sales for location 2, I would be logging into a different back office.
Okay.
The way that this comes together for you to share inventory and move inventory is within your accounting software. So accounting software is the hub. will be spokes off of that to record the sale and integrate back one-to-one, so there's no manual data entry. But with that being said, at that location 1, you will be able to choose the register that you want to see the sales for on the dashboard, or all sales together. You can change the preset date range if you want to go last week, last month, last quarter, or change the summary if you want to see item by hour. The dashboard is going to provide you an overview of the day's sales. You're going to be able to see quantities of items sold, any discounts that have been applied throughout the day, including if anyone's made a price change, your transaction details, as well as your tender details. And then that end of the day Z shift reset report, you could run that from the back office. So if your staff just locks up and you want to close everything from here, you certainly can.
Okay.
That's going to take me directly into the reporting section here. This is basically, if you're looking for it, this is where you're going to go to find it. It says detailed and as sophisticated as you want to go. It's based on the report category and the report type that you choose. So within our categories here, we're going to have general reports, transactions, sales, lists, and inventory. Within our general reports, we can see things like Z out summary reports, customer statements, which will be great for you to email directly to those restaurants for their open statements that they have, your sales tax reports, just show you what a report's going to look like here. You can select a preset date range. You can select a specific date range. All reporting you can export out to Excel. Go ahead and run a report here. So this Z reset summary report is essentially the same information you saw on the dashboard, just in report format, including the date and time. But it's going to include all those same details, tender details, sales details, discounts, taxes, and all reporting you can email directly out from back office management to whomever it needs to go to. So if you do not have accounting integration and you need to email it to a bookkeeper, you'll be able to do that from here. If you do have accounting integration, all of this will go back to your accounting software with no manual data entry. We'll set that up with you during installation. Another report to show you, just to show you some transaction reports here. You're going to be able to filter this down if you're looking for a transaction for a customer a few different ways. You can check it by the employee that rang it out, the register they were at, the customer that was attached, the transaction amount or tender type. You can do more than one filter if you want to refine it a little further. Just to show you a transaction report, I'm going to search for my current customer, John Doe. Run a report for him today. And this is what you would do for those restaurants that you sell beer to and they have open invoices. You'll pull it up by that restaurant name, that date range. You'll see all their transaction reports here. This is going to include new transactions that you've closed out to customer account as an open invoice, as well as any paid transaction that you've received the money from. Again, you can email these reports directly to whomever it needs to go to. Okay. But this section is super sophisticated. They dive a lot deeper and do a lot more explanation and training on it during installation, depending on what you need. So this is just an overview of some of the features there.
Okay.
I'm going to jump down to items now. I want to show you within advanced features, sales and promotions. So this is my Bud bottle example for you. The way that I have this set up, it doesn't expire. So there's no limit. I have it looks like I just did it for a month, but you could do it, till 2040, 2050, so it doesn't expire, however you want to do it. But basically what this is telling me is this item, this Bud bottle, when I sell it as a 6-pack, the price is going to be $2 per bottle. Once it gets to quantity 12, the price will reduce down to $1.50 per bottle. And then to a case, it'll reduce down to $1 per bottle. This is just a generic example. You can get more specific with that pricing, but then the cost of the individual bottle is obviously going to be more than the 6-pack. From there, I'm going to jump down to users. This is where you will have complete and total control over what every employee can do. I do have it currently set as generic titles. If you want to be more specific to the employee name based on their login, you certainly can. But this is where you'll be able to set permissions, say for your web management. If you have an assistant manager, you just want to run reports, not add a promotion you don't know about, or change pricing or change permissions, you'll be able to prevent that. And then for your point of sale permissions, if you have a new cashier, you do not want to make a refund or override a credit limit or change a price, you're going to be able to prevent all that as well. So when they log in to create that sale, their permissions will be assigned to that login number.
Okay.
Just to show you here with AccuShift, this is where you would be able to go in and edit those breaks, those pay types and pay periods, if you did have that clock in, clock out feature.
Okay.
I'm going to jump down to screen settings now. So we're going to partner with you to set everything up with installation. To have a button on the screen is completely up to you. It's not required that every item has one. So for example, those UPC barcode scans don't necessarily need a button on the screen because you're going to be able to scan them out.
Right.
Let me go over to my grocery key set. We were working from the grocery point of sale key set when we did the demonstration. If you recall the top row that I had all those colored buttons, that was the
Yeah.
pages and or categories. That's what these top 2 rows are. So in my
Okay.
grocery key set on my main page, if you recall, I had those fast keys, those discount buttons. So the
Mhm.
button I want on the main page would be associated here. All I would need to do is click the plus button down here, locate that item. It's going to add it to the page that I have selected, and then it's just drag and drop from there. But we'll
Okay.
assist with all of the installation. It's 24/7 technical support, unlimited training for all staff. So we're going to partner with you to ensure that the system is set up correctly for you.
Okay.
There was one other software that Jen had mentioned to me to just to bring up for you, which is called AccuCount. I know that receiving inventory, counting inventory, uh, that's what this software is designed for. It's optimized for like an Android phone, giving you that
Okay.
flexibility to walk around. But once you have that vendor created in your accounting, new inventory comes in. All you need to do is take that software. Actually, let me jump over to it. So with this software, again, you're going to be able to create logins. It can be the same login number. You can set permissions as well. So I'm logging in. I've already got my vendors created. I'll be able to receive items directly from here by scanning those items when they come in from the invoice. So you can actually manage prices as well. If you need to walk around the store and do an inventory count, you'll be able to do that from this software also. Yeah, so it's a great tool, making it more efficient for you. It brings things full circle to bring everything into the system for you then to sell those items out of the system.
Okay.
Yeah, they dive a lot deeper into this side of it as well during installation and training, but it's definitely a valued tool of ours.